Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Art Whisper 88. Today I am basing my theme on this graphic element, the X, which I'm very fond of and shows itself in my artwork. And then this in turn becomes this, and it has many variations, but basically it's still an X. So I went ahead and cut a few shapes out of my plastic folders and put this assembly together. It's a long shot, and I like the fact that the plastic folders are tinted so I can identify them on the plate. There are some exceptions, like this one. This is clear, but I still think it's useful. So I'm going to go ahead and ink the plate first. So I have to take these guys off. Now the assembly isn't going to be exactly the same as this, but I'm just going to give you an idea of the general arrangement of these elements. So going to take these out and charge the plate using my new Amsterdam acrylics. So I will be using these three colors as background. This gray, grayish blue, cobalt blue, and manganese blue. So I'm going to have three zones here. I'm glad my brayer is very well behaved today. It's not making any squeaks. Okay, that's it for the basic background. And as usual, I'm going to place some of my marks. I feel that the marks and scribbles kind of break up the rigidity of these shapes, because these X shapes are very rigid and very precise, and I just thought I'd introduce some spontaneity with the scribblings. Okay. So I'll go ahead with my first pull. Okay, let's see what we got. I think I picked up most of it. So here we go. So this is my first layer, and I'm going to go ahead and air dry this on the side, and then start assembling my X shapes. Going to start with the largest. Like so. I have these really little ones. Okay, this may not be the exact arrangement as you have seen in the beginning of this video, but it's okay because this will be the second layer. I will probably do a third, fourth, maybe even a fifth layer. We'll see how it goes. So now I'm going to decide what color the second layer will be. I always loved orange as an element because it gives a very nice contrast. I'm going to try this copper. I think it will make an interesting effect. And this violet color, it's a strange name. It's called Caput Mortuum Violet. So we'll have 3 zones. I'm going to have a central zone here, metallic. A violet zone up here. And an orange down here. I just hope these stencils don't lift up. Sometimes that happens. But I'm finding that the texture of this Amsterdam paint is very silky. I don't think that's going to happen. It's not as sticky as the other paints. And this way it allows me to do this. If the paint were overly sticky, the stencils would start lifting up and I would have a mess. So I think these guys are blending very nicely. It's just a reminder that I should peel these guys off. Okay, just making sure I didn't leave out anyone. So here is my first pool. Pretty cool. Check this out. I love the contrast. So this will be the second layer, and I will proceed to do a third one. I'm going to try to recover this. I'm going to use graphite. This is the first time I'm using this. Now, since this is a ghost print, I'm really spreading this very thinly and evenly. And I was very careful not to put too much of the paint. Like many of my viewers claim that a little goes a long way, and I agree with them. So hopefully this thin layer of graphite paint will pick up the leftover orange and copper and create an interesting print. It's a pretty mysterious looking image. I love this. It's totally different from all the other. It's a very subtle coloring. Now I'm going to try something. I'm going to make use of this. This is still wet. So I'm going to try to offset this on the plate. This time I'm going to use this extra sheet of acetate. Now this was the piece of acetate that the gel plate came with, and I find it very useful for a whole bunch of things. So instead of using a brayer, I'll just use this and press everything down. And I created my own ghost print. Just making sure my fingers are reasonably clean. And here's the first pool. Okay, let's see what we got. Hopefully it's picked up most of it. Pretty cool, huh? Kind of a very subtle and quiet color combination. Here's a close-up. So I'm going to go ahead and air dry this and see what the next step is going to be. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back from a short break, and as you can see here, I have assembled my reusable plastic stencils on the artwork. Since I'm getting into a little bit more advanced area here, I have to enlist the aid of a cheat sheet because I want these shapes to fall in a very specific place, and I will not be able to do that without a guide because everything becomes reversed in the print. So I'll show you in a few minutes. So this is the image right side up, and I want these stencils to be in this specific spot. So in order to remember all of this, I'm going to use a piece of acetate which I have found, and this is going to be my guide for the placement of these pieces. And you have to remember that this has to be turned upside down. It's hard to imagine it right now, but you'll see in a moment what I mean. So I'm just marking out the places where I want these stencils to fall. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that I have this as a guide, I can flip it over on the plate and I know that it's going to fall in the right spots. Otherwise, I will not be able to remember. So here is my cheat sheet. So this goes here. Now it doesn't have to be super exact, but more or less it's the area where I want this to be. Okay, that looks about right. It may be off by an inch or two, but it doesn't matter. It's the general area. Okay. So now I've decided that for the third layer I want a lighter color. So I will be using this new Lukas apricot color for here and Arctic for the bottom, so it will be a two-zone print. I think I put too much paint. So I'm just gonna have to even it out. Okay, keeping my fingers crossed, and here is the print with the second layer. I'm sure there will be an interesting ghost print on this one. It's pretty cool, huh? The stencils of the masks fall in certain places that I want exposed, and I think it worked very well. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can recover this. See what we got. Pretty cool, huh? It's a little more subtle and quiet in terms of color, but I think it's nice to have a variety of bright colors and subdued colors. So anyway, I will air dry these two and then recap. Okay, back from a short break. I had a chance to air dry these guys. And the paper, once it's dry, flattens out nicely. And I think I can see the artwork more clearly when everything is dry. So here is the first print. Actually, I like it because you think that it's really a lot of layers. It's only 3. But because of the use of different colors per pull, it seems like there are more layers. So this is the first one, and here is a close-up. Let me show you the textures on each layer. And I'm happy with the combination of colors, the way they interact with each other, especially the copper. And I think the key to a successful image is you have enough contrast going on, so it is more interesting to look at. Okay, so that's the first print. Now this is the second one. I like this a lot. It's actually a ghost print. And the colors are quieter. Here's a close-up. I kind of wanted to capture that modernist feel, like a piece of artwork from the 1940s and 1950s, when abstraction was first coming into the fore. So it has a very retro look to it. So here's the second print. I'm quite happy with this. I think it's a very cool result. And the cheat sheet really helps a lot in positioning these stencils. So I hope you like this video. Please share. Please give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for subscribing. I have passed my goal of over 1,000 subscribers, and I hope to keep going. And I hope to see you next time.